Solve using the elimination method. If there is no solution or an infinite number of solutions, state this. We have the system 4x plus 5y equals 5, 6x plus 7y equals 7. To use the elimination method, we would have to have coefficients of a variable that are opposites. 4 and 6 are not opposites, 5 and 7 are not opposites. So I'll have to multiply the equations in order to write them in a form such that the coefficients are opposites. Let's choose to eliminate the x. Looking at the coefficients of x, I have 4 and 6. I think of the least common multiple of 4 and 6, and that's 12. So what I'm going to do is make one of these coefficients positive 12 and one of these coefficients negative 12. Doesn't matter which one, I'll just make the top one positive. In order to make this a 12, it needs to be multiplied by 3. So I need to multiply the entire equation by 3. I multiply each of these by 3, I get 4 times 3, which is 12x, plus 5 times 3, which is 15y, equals 5 times 3, which is 15. Now I need a negative 12x here, so I multiply this by negative 2 to get a negative 12x, which means I multiply each term by negative 2. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12, gives me a negative 12x. Negative 2 times 7 gives me a negative 14y, equals negative 2 times 7 gives me a negative 14. These equations are equivalent to the ones above, but now I have coefficients of x that are opposites. So when I add these together, these add to 0, and I've eliminated the x's. 15y minus 14y is simply y, and 15 minus 14 is 1. And so that directly came out to give me my value of y, which is 1. Now, not finished, I need to find the x as well, so I take the value for y, and I substitute that back in either one of the original equations to find x. Let's take the top equation. I have 4x plus 5 times 1, that's the y, equals 5. 4x plus 5 equals 5. Subtracting 5 from both sides, I get 4x equals 0. Now 0 is not a problem there because I can divide both sides by 4. This gives me x, and 0 divided by 4 is simply 0. So I have a possible solution, x is 0 and y is 1. Before I write my answer, though, I'm going to check to make sure I haven't made any mistakes. I substitute x, 0 for x, and 1 for y in both equations. 4 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 times 1 would be 5. In the second equation, 6 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 7 times 1 would be 7. So that ordered pair checks in both equations, so I can state that the solution is, and writing as an ordered pair, make sure the x comes first, even though we found the y first. Write the x value first, and then the y. The solution is the ordered pair 0, 1.